Hello there, it's me, Egil Thorsson, and it's vlog 34, isn't it?
It is indeed the 34th vlog, the 34 Viking vlog. Who'd have thought it?
It stole my line.
Ha! Got you
Anyway,
there.
never mind that. So, I'd relax if I were you. Get yourself something nice to drink.
Very cold here.
Oh, you know, it's just the way I am, man. It's how I groove out. But sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. So, what's on the me and you today then?
Well, we've got a few things to talk about. First of all, we do the old traditional host intros. So you talk about what you've been up to, and then if you remember, you may ask me, and then I'll tell you what I've been up to. And then after that, we're going to talk about the content in 2019. And we're just going to talk about what we filmed, what we did, and where we are now. So a bit of a channel update. Oh, yes.
Okay.
And I'm not finished. And then we're going to very briefly chat about the spear if we get a chance and the battery does not die on us. So, over to Egil. So how you been, Egil? And what have you been up to?
Right, well, on my ongoing battle with mice, I think we're coming towards the end of it.
Squeak?
Yeah, really do get up my nose. I put a lot of bleach down. Mice don't like bleach. I don't like mice. They're all right out in the field, but in my flat, no.
Yes, we do condone killing creatures, but of course nobody wants mice in their house.
No.
You know.
Unless you're another mouse.
And how would you have dealt with mice back in the Dark Ages?
You wouldn't. You just put up with it. Mice, rats, all kinds of things. Probably wouldn't see it as a problem.
But, you know, you're more likely to have a cat, I think.
Oh yeah, pussycat, dogs, and maybe even children chasing after them. They move very quick.
One of the things I very quickly learnt at Weststow, and that's the Anglo Saxon reconstruction village, is that the mice would often take things.
Yeah.
And most houses in the Dark Ages would have a pit underneath. And the idea of that is that the cold air gets brought down into the pit and the hot air stays in the building.
It's called a sunken featured building.
Yes, but sometimes there you are, there's old, Egil, and a ring drops off his finger and falls down the crack. You can't get your ring back, can you, really?
Now, there is a theory that was prevalent when I was a student, when God was a child.
Indeed.
That the pit was actually storage. If you go to Jorvik,
yes,
you will see that they have stored things. I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Because it's cool, you can keep stuff in there, and it could be the abode of rodents.
Oh yes, but in the buildings that Anglo-Saxon reconstructed village at Weststow, they just had a pit under the building. And the mice would go along, and if they found a silver object, they would take them and
I tell you, one of the most fruitful areas to find jewellery and artefacts are ancient lavatories.
Yes.
They're called barrel wells, and you got the barrel which is had the bottom knocked out, put on top of another barrel, and you sit on that and do your business. And with the natural thing you do, sometimes rings come off. In York, when I was there, we found what we call the Dark Age Filofax, which is a series of wax tablets, and this person had written bits on it, and a form of poetry. We also found about 3 rings, because let's face it, you ain't going 30 foot down to pick a ring out of what's down there.
Not really.
There was also a knife handle with the ringerike style. There you go. It's your ringerike. You probably can't see it. But that was exceptionally rare. And, people's losses are our gains.
Yeah.
Well,
just going off on one there. So before we interrupt what you've been up to, so we'll get back to that now.
Okay, yeah. Well, what else? I hurt my foot.
Oh yes, you did.
I'm still. It's a bit tender on the outside edge, but as I say, I walked here, so it can't be that bad.
You could put some deep heat on before you go, you like.
Well, you never know. I used your foot spray up.
Oh no, only a pound shop.
But to be honest with you, it was that bad at one time I couldn't even stand on it.
Oh dear.
I must have bruised it on the way over here somehow. I don't know how, but...
Are you wearing enough socks?
Well, I just got one thick pair of socks on. Maybe that. I don't know. I know I about crippled myself going down your stairs because my foot went awkward. But apart from that, another month nearer to retirement. Ha 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 ha.
I did a foot peel the other day.
All right.
You know what one of them is, Egil?
No.
You put your feet in a little plastic bag and seal it up for about 2 hours. And then about 2 weeks later, all your dead skin will drop off.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You can also do hand peels.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that to you.
If we ever do a beauty channel, we can talk about that.
Yeah, the name's Egil, not Ruben.
But I'll tell you what, I don't have tough skin on my feet, and it must make you think, how would you dealt with your feet back in the Dark Ages?
You rub it with a stone.
You know, there you go. Maybe it's not a rough stone.
Well, you have pumice stone nowadays, which is from volcanoes.
Yes, I got one.
Maybe they had pumice stone, I don't know, but certainly sandstone would do it. But I think you had other problems in those days rather than having horny feet. But we'll see. But what else have I been up to? La 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 la.
Singing?
No. I've seen my sister a couple of times.
Hello, Egil's sister.
Hi.
How's your brother?
Which one? Oh, Nicholas. Well, he's not doing so well at the moment, poor fella. He's had a knee operation.
Oh.
And he's obviously, when I rang him Sunday, he was in bed. Wasn't able to speak to us. He's got various other problems which I won't go into. But I hope his knee heals up soon. But it's going to be a while because it was last Sunday. No, Sunday before last Sunday.
Oh, it'll get better. But
yeah.
I'm just thinking there, where do we get the saying, having a knees up from? You're old, you know, Egil.
I'm not that old.
Well done,
well, it's... I'm saying now. But it's when you have a dance and your knees are up in the air.
Right.
Which is traditional, I believe, in Cockney areas. Well, it's the same.
What,
anyway.
geezer?
Yeah. Well, even so, I mean, you know, people having a dance, dad dancing or whatever.
Oh, yes, I did some of that earlier, I think.
And the old knees come up, and it's a common expression.
That's the way you dance to Madness, the band.
Well, I mean, Madness are pretty modern.
Oh, yes.
And they're using knees up.
Did you know that they wrote a song about Viking trousers?
What, baggy trousers?
Yeah. Not really, but it always makes me think of baggy trousers whenever I hear it.
Yeah, well.
I know. So that's what. So that's that. You're not being anywhere.
I'm afraid not. I mean, I normally go to York and what have you, but my pal has got himself a girlfriend, so I'm out the picture.
Oh dear.
It happens.
How's Rob? Have you seen Rob?
I saw him last Saturday. He wasn't feeling very well. He had a bad shoulder.
I'd just like to say thank you to Rob for helping me sort out a little issue. So thanks a lot, pal. He's a very good friend of ours and a friend of the channel. He's very much appreciated, isn't he?
He's off to Scotland this
week.
week.
You bonny lad.
Well, he's part Scottish, but his dad is. So yeah, you know, have a good journey. See how you go up there. What else have we done? I haven't really done much else, really. I'm sorry, but there you go. What about you?
Well, I've been busy as always, you know, doing lots of housework. I've always got that to do. I've even done some ironing recently. I've ironed some clothes. It was quite interesting. I found that I'm quite good at ironing clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not super fast, though. I could never do it for a living. So I've been doing that, editing more videos. I'm slowed down by editing because I'm having to go through the videos and make sure that we get all my bits a bit lower and all your bits where you speak a bit higher. So in order to do that, you know, it takes a bit of time. This is the case with this video because in these videos, when we're together, Egil will always be a little bit quieter than my voice. I have a loud voice, I think.
Also,
yes,
I remembered how to tune a guitar, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I've actually tuned it. Now I've got to do is remember.
We've got some guitars in here, this room.
Yeah.
Egil likes to have a play.
Well, I haven't played in ages. Wouldn't mind a go again, but just for fun. But we'll see.
So let's talk about 2019 on the channel. What a great year that was.
Surprisingly,
Your first official whole year on the channel. So how was that for you?
Interesting. I've learnt a lot from it. I've had a great deal of fun. Still am. I look on it as part of my pension plan, but that's not the sole reason for doing it.
Well, it's legacy, isn't it?
It's also enjoyable. It's something else to do. I've been on this horrible universal credit where you can't do anything because all your money's gone. And it's an abomination. And the people who invented it, I hope you're watching, because you ought to go on it and suffer it.
He's getting a knighthood now, yes.
Don't even go there, man.
Who invented that? Well, let's move on from that one very quickly.
Yeah.
So, you know...
Any look, the Queen will cut his head off.
Well, moving on from that quickly,
Mm.
I think she's got bigger things to do with Prince Harry, or just Harry we call him that. Do we call him Prince Harry now, or do we call him Harry?
Can I be honest with
you?
I don't care.
No, I don't think so.
He's not going to be hard up.
No.
Him and his little wifey can go to Canada for all I care and stay there.
I wish I had £2.4 million to spend on a building.
Yeah, not to mention the 20-odd million.
And they fair enough, they're going to pay that back.
Yeah, right. But let's put it this way, they ain't going to suffer like people here are.
No.
And when all's said and done, I mean, I'm pro-monarchist, but I object to my taxes paying for that.
I'd like them more if we didn't pay for them, yes.
Yeah, I mean, his idea of stepping out and earning a living is very different from ours.
Well, yeah, I mean...
And to be honest, I don't care. You know, you've had a very nice upbringing. You're never going to go cold and hungry unless it's through choice. And...
he won't have mice in his flat.
No. Well, royal rodents. But you know, it just annoys the heck out of me with this. There's far more important things in this world.
Well, of course so.
Than whether some overprivileged person stamps their little foot because they can't get their own way and gets paid for the privilege.
But let's face it, royal families are not what they used to be, are they?
No.
They're no King Alfred, are they?
Well,
you know.
I sympathise with Her Majesty and I'm a great supporter of
She does a good job.
Yeah, I'm a great supporter. But I don't like the idea of these hangers-on, do what they want, blah-de-blah-de-blah. That's your job, mate. And if you don't like it, tough, get on with it. I'm sure the Queen doesn't like turning out all the time, but she does.
But she does it.
Yeah, and she does it very well
I'm not a massive monarchy fan, I must admit.
Oh, I am.
And I do ask myself, you know, we're now in the 21st century. Do we actually need monarchies?
Yep.
You know?
Yep, we certainly do.
Oh, we do need them then.
Yeah.
Well, there we go then. We need them, folks.
We think of the catastrophes of prime ministers we've had.
Indeed.
And, well, let's not go there. Politics and religion, we'll leave that out.
Yes, we don't do politics and religion. We're trying not to anyway. So moving back to 2019 on the channel, what was your most favourite aspect of making content on the channel? What do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy all of it, you know. I mean, the fact of you look at all these stories.
Batteries going.
Oh, red battery. Bah, 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 bah.
And yes, I thought 2019 was a fairly successful year. I mean, we kind of started off quite busy putting out a lot of content at the beginning of the year.
Got very hot, didn't it?
Yes, it did get warm throughout the summer. Although, yeah, we did struggle to knock out more content for the 2-minute History Mondays, which we've got to try to get back onto. And we're not abandoning that series, but my current thoughts is to just make it more random. So just now and again, you'll get a random Monday morning 2-minute history video. Because all these things, they take time and they take research. And, well, there's only one of me and I'm going to do so much. And so that is why we suffer sometimes with the content.
It's been an interesting year, 2019, in that things we're not going to go into have happened. But the content, it surprises me how much we've actually done.
Well, we've nearly published 500 videos now.
Yeah, that's amazing. You don't feel that you're doing it at the time. I mean, like today we've done, 4 or 5? And it just seemed like that. It's enjoyable. It's an experience. It just goes to show that there's a lot of folk tales out there.
Oh, there is. I mean, we do get quite a few new subscribers. We've had some new ones recently, saying how great we are for telling folk tales and what a wonderful channel. So I welcome you folk.
And tell your friends to do the same.
Yes, tell everybody.
Yeah.
Including your relatives.
But, I mean, I've enjoyed it. I mean, I've had some amazing, from the comments that we've had, and we have comments videos. Yes, we do answer them. There's been some interesting feedback.
Yes, I've got quite a few comments to reply to. I just keep forgetting. You actually do need to have the physical, mental energy to do it as well.
Yeah, But I mean, the answers and the comments we've had have been fascinating. People from all over the world. And
oh, yes.
when you showed us that map of where we have people, subscribers, it's phenomenal.
Oh, yes. I mean, there's about 40, 50 countries, and we're reaching more countries as well, which is great, you know. We've got so much planned in the future on this channel.
Yeah.
It just takes time. And we're still so fresh. I mean, what? We've had 63,000 views on the channel. Most people can do that on one video in a day. Yeah. So when the channel blows up, and it's going to blow up, you know it is.
I hope so.
Because people are going to start sharing more of the content. We're going to be filming more historical content in the future and getting much better at that presentation of it. The channel's just going to blow up, and before you know it, you'll have 10,000 subscribers on the channel. Then there'll be 100,000, and yes, we may reach that magic number of 1 million subscribers. And won't that be wonderful to have the silver and the gold play button on the wall behind us?
Tell you what, 2 million is even better. But yeah, I mean, you know, it'll come as you say. You know, as long as we keep putting the content in. And if you send the comments in, we can see what it is, what you want, because we're here to help you guys out.
We are family, and this is how we always want the channel to be. We're a family of like-minded, nice people, you know, aren't we?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
But the point is, we try and tailor it to people's wants. I mean, it's not much good putting on a channel if you're putting on stuff that people don't like.
And I think the main important thing is to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many channels out there and they just talk to you and they're a little bit, let's say, boring. You know, that's not our aim to be boring, is it?
Well, I understand, you know, I mean, especially where history is concerned. I was very lucky that I had 2 teachers in history that were brilliant. The rest of my teachers, about as much good as a chocolate fireguard. I had a really bad education. I didn't learn until I left school. That's when I became educated. But I was always taught history well. And it served me well. And this is where it's come from. And what I would say, you know, I mean, I'm always reminded of a quote from a friend of the family, Colonel A.D. Wintle MC, who was at my christening, by the way.
Oh, right.
And he was once asked on Desert Island Discs, what have you learnt from school? And he said, and I hold to this, a profound mistrust of adults which has never left me. Because just because they're teachers doesn't mean to say they know. And they acted like they knew everything. And you think, you're appalling. And the standard of education that you get paid for is appalling. And I have to say, it's not always that way today as well, you know. People are getting better, I guess, but I found in the most miserable times of my life is school. Well, no, that's over-exaggeration. There were some very nice times. If you're out there, Gillian Alton, hey, contact me.
You never know, she might be watching.
I hope so. Lovely girl she was, and I was too dumb to realise it, but there you go. So if you're out there, Jill...
Love is blinding, Egil.
Well, I mean, we're talking more 50 years ago. But if you're out there, Jill, give us a contact.
She might not recognise you.
Oh, she will. Trust me. I didn't have a tash then. I looked more like James Corden in those days. But I grew out of that. So, you know, I'm rambling on.
Yes, we do a lot of that, rambling. Now, just to finish off 2019 and talking about, you know, YouTube in general, I think I was watching a video the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but they basically said the key to success in anything is persistence, persistence, persistence. And I think that's a very good, you know...
I don't know if you watched it, but there was a new series on, was it Trouble of Being Reuben or something? And this guy...
Not seeing it.
Oh, well,
I saw the advert.
He's 14 and he does makeup
videos.
Now, that's up to him. And he's got quite a following.
Yes.
He went to improve his numbers, went to see a guy called Plastic Boy. And he said something very sensible.
Yeah.
It's your content, how you present it, that matters. And he's quite right.
Well, it is.
Your content is basically what you're saying. And doesn't matter what you're doing or where you're selling it, you've got to have a good content. Another series, I don't know if you've seen it, The Pioneer Woman.
But yes, I've heard of it.
She's a vlogger, and she sets out her recipes and a little bit about her life and her children and her religion and everything else. But it's actually a quality thing she's doing. And if you're watching Roo, hey, say hi.
But I imagine those guys would have more scripted videos. We don't script our videos. We just sit down and randomly do them.
I actually don't know.
This is our script. Oh, move the camera. This is our script for the day. It's just a bit of paper with what's on the flog.
Yeah.
That's all we got as a guideline.
I think, in a way, that's what makes it more interesting, because we're holding a conversation and it's not, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, we are doing... No, we're talking as equals to...
Oh, yes, we've been like 18 minutes and I've got to talk about this.
I mean, sometimes you think, good grief, how can I carry on talking for that length of time? And then you suddenly realise we've got to cut it short because we're running out of time.
Yes, some days we are limited by the amount of time on the camera. We can't quite get past that 30-minute filming event. We can get past it by doing it with 2 batteries. But let's talk about 2020 now. We're talking about 2019. Oh, yes, what a great, fantastic year.
It's going to be a fantastic year because that's the year I retire.
Indeed. Now, I've been looking into your bus pass.
Oh, right.
Are you sure you don't qualify already?
No, I'm not, because I am. Because when I was 60,
yes,
which is when everyone else got it, I went to the council house full of fun and jollity to be told, no, mate, you've got to be 66.
Well, it's a pity that. But you haven't got long left now until you're 66. You can start getting a bus up.
I wonder what he's going to say then. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, what's really sad is my brothers and my sister have all got cars and don't really need it.
Yes.
I haven't got a car and really need it and can't get it.
No. This kind of has a limitation on our filming.
Yeah.
And I'm about to suggest to Egil that we start planning to do a second filming day where we just purely film Egil on a Fridays and then we can look at doing a regular live stream every 2 weeks. I think you coming up every Friday would be too much. But every 2 weeks, have your own filming day and your own day. We can put you in front of the camera on a live stream and you can just get used to doing that.
One of the things this guy, Plastic Boy, has said...
Yeah, I've not heard of Plastic Boy.
Oh, he's another guy who does male makeup.
Yeah, we're not doing that on the channel.
He was saying that he gets up in the morning and says, hi everybody, he does twice a day. So he talks at the beginning of the day, what his expectation.
He's probably on Instagram, so he's probably doing an Instagram video.
I have no idea what that means, but, it struck me that that's a lot of filming, a lot of commitment. Well,
But you don't get anywhere on YouTube if you don't put the commitment in. That's just a buzzer going off to let us know 30 minutes has gone, but we're going to carry on. It's all right. It's not his heart.
No,
don't panic.
I thought there was somebody going to come leaping in the window at me. But yeah, again, I mean, I've learned little bits.
There's a window there.
Yeah. I've learned little bits about the technology, but it's the actual one-to-one facing that I like.
Well, I'm glad you're watching some of these people on the television that make content, because it'll give you a better idea about content.
Well, it's sort of, when you look at it, you think, oh, Andy does that, and I thought, well, yeah,
Who's that?
His real name's Andy.
Don't give it away.
My real name's Simon. Like they didn't know already.
Well, they know your name. Yeah. It's been out there for ages, man.
Super Simon.
Yes.
Anyway. Be that as it may, when you look at it, you can see the structure, and you can compare it to the structure that we have. You compare it with, sorry.
Yes.
You don't compare to, you compare with. Oh, sorry, Dad. Ouch. But having said that, 2020 is looking good. Hope it carries on as well as it has done in 2019.
No, it's going to keep going like this, on up and up and up.
Yeah.
So,
That's good. As I say, November the 7th, folks, you'll hear a big cheer. That's me getting away.
Perhaps we should do some kind of a video and put it out on the 7th celebration. Yeah. Get your little party out.
Well, the retirement away from Universal.
We could have a little cake.
I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it? The guy who invented Universal Credit gets a knighthood.
And there's old Egil, can't afford to buy a loaf of bread.
I'm doing pretty well compared with other people.
Yes.
You know, I mean, there are people on the streets because
Well, you're not had to go to food banks, have you? So you're quite grateful there.
But there are people sleeping on the streets.
Of course so.
And why? Because that person, whose name shall not be mentioned, thought, oh, let's have a clever trick. Oh, I could get a knighthood. I hope your knighthood chokes you. Yeah. And I mean that. Well,
let's just think about all the thousands of people who have died because of this.
Yeah.
You know, it's terrible. But we're getting away from universal credit. We know you don't like universal credit. Who like does? It's a disgraceful thing. Yeah. Let's just end it now, government. Boris, let's just cancel universal credit and come up with a fair, better system.
Instead of knighting him, put him in prison where he belongs.
Now we're going to mosey on 2020. We're going to talk about what we are going to film. We're going to film more folk tales.
Good.
What do you guys want to see? 3 folk tales a week or 2? Let us know.
Well, apparently the history bits are quite thing. Now, I've got a lot of stuff from my university notes. Maybe we could...
Yes, but you've got to sit and prepare videos.
I can do that.
You know, talk about it. It's one thing, doing it's another.
Blah, blah. We can do it.
What? No problem.
What? I mean, we've got Bede. I don't know if you're interested in the Venerable Bede.
Well, we have done a video on Bede of the old camera. We could do an update on that.
We could do that. We can do Romano-British in Britain. The Franks. They're not sausages. They are French people. And various other bits.
Yes. What Egil was pointing out is that our historical content by far does much better on the channel than our folktale content.
Here's one you might be interested in. Please let us know. The history of archaeology.
Yes, could that be a series?
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. We spent a whole term on it.
And where would you start?
The beginning.
Well, there you go. I knew you were going to say that.
About the 18th century, but we can go into that.
Well, surely we've got to start way back.
Oh yeah.
You're going to talk about the history of archaeology itself, not
Stukely and people like that.
Oh, right.
Which you may, I mean, if you're interested in that, I can certainly delve into it. And it's a thing that's happening now, you know.
Yeah, well, perhaps, you know, we could start filming that. Well, you got to prepare your notes in your mind as well. So
there's
you know
a lot on Sutton Hoo as well, which we haven't covered, which I have dug there.
We have done a video on that before.
Yeah, but not to the extent that I have.
I don't think you know our library as well as I do. Our content we've made.
I remember the Sutton Hoo ones because we didn't cover bits I wanted to cover. But
I mean, that alone could be a whole series on Sutton Hoo.
There's also the thing about long ships, technology.
I was going to develop and research a long boat ship series, but I just not have the time.
I've got stuff on that as well. I've actually got in one of my books the dimensions and how to do it.
It actually takes sitting down and writing notes, and those are the worst videos. I don't like doing those videos. I don't like having a notepad in front of me where I'm reading it. Those are my least favourite videos to film. But just talking about the historical content, that is by far the better content on the channel, because every day and every week we're gaining subscribers from those videos, but we're not gaining so many subscribers from the folk tale.
Why not let these guys out there tell us what they want, and then we can
that's always very important. We should always do that, and always listen to the guys, and don't forget the girls too.
Well, it was a collective term. Okay, what else?
So we're going to talk about, before we finish this video, the spear. So here's a spear for Egil to talk about.
This is a spear. Thank you.
Right, goodbye. See you, folks. We're done now.
Yeah, spears are probably one of the oldest weapons out. I mean, when you think about it, it's a very useful thing.
More of a javelin, to be fair.
Well, this is more hunting rather than humans, although it has got a few shoulders on it. But I mean, originally they'd have used sticks sharpened and put in a fire to fire heat them.
Well, that's a Neolithic age, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, they used them to great effect. Flint. Now, people tend to decry flint as primitive. Did you know that with a piece of flint you can get a far sharper edge than you can with high tungsten steel?
Oh, yes. But one question I have about flint is flint still used today?
I had heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, that certain people in the medical profession use it to when they're preparing slides for microscopes, because it can cut form far more finely than steel, because it's got a smaller, sharper edge. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I heard it. Please tell us if you think it is true. I know that when I was at Sutton Hoo, name drop, I used a piece of flint to sharpen a pencil. It was far better than a penknife. And I actually cut my finger on it because I was trying to get a spark off my steel toe cap. And it seemed a good idea at the time. And I cut myself on said flint. So, there you go.
So, always wear toe taps on your shoes because you can start a fire.
I also got electrocuted when we were doing resistivity survey. Because you got this thing you prodded in the ground, and there was a carrot on it, and I thought, I'll get that off. Came out looking like Jimi Hendrix. But
I would have loved to have seen that.
Clears your head first thing in the morning, I'll tell you that. But I enjoyed Sutton Hoo. It was quite fun, apart from my colleagues fighting amongst themselves. Oh, tell me about it.
That could be another thing we could do in videos. We could talk about archaeological terms like that and explain it to people.
Yeah, because the classic one is saline linear movement zone.
What's that then?
C. Aqueous linear movement zone, river. Lithic, stone. But I've got Philip Ratz's book, and he has a series of terms which...
Always look at camera, Egil.
It's amazing. It's like, we didn't find anything, we dug through it, actually. The digger went through it and things like that. And it's true, it's like forest area, we have no idea what went on in there. And it's that sort of thing, which teaches you to look at reports, archaeological reports, with a bit of salt.
So let's just go back to the spear very briefly before we finish this vlog, the 34th vlog. And who'd have thought it? We got that far. How common was the spear in the Dark Ages, in the times of the Vikings and the Saxons, Egil?
Well, a spear like this would be more elitist. A sharpened stick would be more common.
Is that a lot of metal?
Yeah. Well, you think to make this, you have to.
My eye out then.
You have to get iron ore. You have to crack it up. Get a forge to heat it up.
Oh, yes.
Once you've got the crucible full of iron, hot iron, you then got to make a mould. You then got to pour said molten stuff into the mould. You've got to let it cool. Then you've got to... It's a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
And we live in a metal age.
We do.
And we're so used to it that we don't think anything about it. And this is steel, not iron.
Although, do we not live in the plastic age now?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean? If you're going to... This isn't a big deal. There are blacksmiths around who can knock you this sort of stuff out all day and every day.
Yeah, I won't see it down
there. You go. Like that. And, this is a re-enactor's one. Very effective, because they would have been pointed and sharp edges. But you'd use it mostly for hunting game.
Yes, we've all demonstrated it, and weather turns better and we've got spring comes again. We've all been planning a few more combat videos for you guys.
Well, we could have a javelin throwing.
I've been trying to get Tom Dale to come up and train him up on a Sunday. So far it's not happened, so keep putting in the comments to encourage Tom to come on the channel and to dress as a Viking. We've got the kit for you, Tom. You just got to get there and do it once and you've done it. And then once you've done it once, you'll feel much comfortable, won't you?
You should do, yeah.
And then we can train Tom up, and then the idea is that me and Tom will fight and you do the narration. This is the best will for you, but you haven't got to fight, have you?
Well, I'll get into fighting fit. I'm losing weight. I've lost a kilo, thank you.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm going to Y. Been there, done that. But the spear. It's a universal weapon, but I mean, this is an ordinary hunting spear. Could be used in warfare. Some you have what's called wings, which is a hook, and some of them are massive, great things, and it's more of a status symbol.
Yes.
But I remember when we used to fight in the battles, a 9-foot winged spear. I had great fun with it.
Oh yes, definitely want a 9-footer with wings on.
Well, I've got one, but it's in your garage.
Yes, that's sharp though.
Yeah, I know. It's fun to watch people sweat when you show them. But anyway, so even the simple thing of like getting a shaft straight, how do you do it? Well, you've got to warm it up, and they use a spear straightener. But even so, to get it as straight as that,
well, that's not too straight to be fair, but it's not too bad.
But it's a heck of a lot better than they would have had in the past.
Well, I think that rounds up this video quite nicely. Now, if you've got any comments, you got any ideas for future vlogs, what we can talk about, would you like us to talk about something more modern, perhaps? I'll
tell you what,
we could talk about werewolves. I don't know.
We could do the wildlife that was in the forest at the time of the Dark Ages.
Yes, well, I think we have talked about that before, but we can go into more detail.
Like hunting wild boar, it ain't as simple as you think.
Yes. Indeed.
There's things like bears and wolves and things like that. But, yeah, we got something to gnaw at, no pun intended.
Indeed. There'll be a good hunt for a good vlog.
Woof woof.
That'll be the 35th vlog.
Who'd have thought it?
You beat me there.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, I was determined to get one in. So what else have we got to say apart from...
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay.
Leave a comment.
I hope you've enjoyed it. Our meanderings. Well,
like the video.
Yeah. Press the old thumb.
Get the old...
like.
Yeah, thumbs up.
And what if they want to subscribe to...
Subscribe, click on the bar. And the bell afterwards.
Yeah.
But most importantly is to actually go and share the content. If you're on Reddit, if you're a Reddit user, and Egil has no idea what Reddit is, do you?
That's what Frog's saying, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. This is how old he is. Go and share it on Reddit because
I'm only 65.
It's a great platform for sharing things.
How old are you,
Facebook.
by the
Me, I'm in my 40s. Not saying how old I am. Goodbye.
Let's have a competition. Let's guess how old Bragi is.
Next thing you'll be putting me in a bag and saying, let's guess the weight of Bragi. I'm not like a turkey.
Oh, I don't know. I've heard comments. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Oh, yes.
Leave us a comment. We will get back to you. So until we meet again, bye.
Waving goodbye.